everybody, it's Nancy. Welcome to my live on YouTube. I'm going to flip my camera and see if this will work. It works. Oh my gosh, you guys. I've been wanting to go live on YouTube frontwards with my camera for so long, but I've been getting a black screen. So this is why you have not been able to see me answer comments or anything like that. So now that I think it's possibly fixed, let's get the camera all lined up the right way, and maybe I will be able to answer questions. Isn't that cool? Okay, I'm gonna angle this down. I'm gonna get my paste out of the way. And this is gonna be so much better if I can actually see my screen. This is awesome. Okay. Let me just try to get it in the right spot. Sorry, I don't mean to give you all like motion sickness or anything. There we go. Now I will try during the live to answer comments. I will do my best. I am live on Facebook also, or I will be in a minute. Yay, this is so exciting. Keyword today is Etsy, or actually is geese. So if you type the word geese on YouTube, you'll have to wait till the live is over, but I will get you the link, okay? Otherwise, you can follow me on Facebook, where I go live also. All right, here we go. Let's get all this going. All right. So many things. Hi, everybody. It's Nancy. I'm on super late tonight, but welcome to my live. I'm so glad you're here. If it says was live above my head on Facebook, that means you're catching the replay. So just type #replay and then I can welcome you. All the things. We are good. Do you remember my porch geese, you guys? We did some Halloween mini porch geese a while back. I've had the Christmas version, and this brought me so much joy. I decided we're doing this tonight. So when you get here, say hi, type the word geese, check your messages. Right now on my chalk site, if you make any purchase whatsoever, you are going to get a free set of chalk markers. You guys, free. The smallest purchase on my site, a small packet of paste. I'm just saying, any little purchase on my chalk site, you are going to get these markers for free. Free. Did I say free? If you happen to place an order that is $50 or higher, you're also going to get a jar of paste. It is a beautiful amethyst color. Don't miss out, you guys. Don't miss out. There's no minimum for the marker. So when I say no minimum, that means you could go on my site and buy one packet of paste and get your markers free. So do it. Absolutely do it. Okay, so we're going to take our porch geese. Keyword today is geese. And we're going to do some painting. Hey, Jan. I am late, but I did a flip-flop. So normally, what do I want to say? Normally, I go live around 4 o'clock-ish, 3 to 4 Central Time. And I post a reel around this time. And on Wednesdays, you guys, I've given myself a little grace in the middle of the week. And sometimes I go live and sometimes I don't go live at all. But Jace is out of town. And I thought, you know what? We're not having dinner. I could do what I want. And so I took a little chill time after work today. And here we are. So this is why. Okay. So we are going to take the pieces and we're going to paint them. We are going to paint them. I have a few more pieces. Hi, Maud. Hi, Kathy. Hello. How's everybody doing today? Hope you're good. Okay. So it comes with all these fun little pieces. There's actually not that many pieces on this cutout kit, I guess we'll call it. That's not what I want. My paste is over here. So we're going to start with our bright white. And we are going to paint. We're going to give this a little bit of water. Hi, Janet. How have you been? We're going to paint all of the little tufts. I'm going to call them tufts that go around the Christmas hats in bright white. We are going to paint the palms that go at the end of the hats in bright white. I'm actually thinking we're also going to paint these, the little stands. Now, a lot of times I paint the stands in, like I stain the stands, but I want them standing in snow this time. So we're going to paint these bright white. We could even put a little sea spray on them if we wanted. That might be adorable. Honk honk. Hi, Charlotte Zepp. How are you? That would be fun to put a little, I wasn't thinking that when I did this, but we may add it. We may add it. We shall see. We will see how that goes. The white, I'm probably going to need more than one coat, so this is why we're doing white first. We'll give it a little bit of time to dry. And then we'll probably go over it again. Hang on. These little pieces don't like to stay. And I'm going to dab those. Okay. For up here, we're going to paint, most of this is white. So it's pretty simple. Charlene. Most of this is white. So we're going to paint our geese. Most of our geese white. And you don't have to like stay inside the lines and all of that. Okay, we do not have to do any of that. Well, it's not that late. It's 8:45. So normally, like I said earlier, normally I would post a reel about now, or maybe a little earlier. And I go live after school, but just changing it up, keeping you guys on your toes. I needed a brain break after school today, so that's what I did. I took it. Now we are going to cover these up, so it really doesn't matter if you paint into the next part, into the hat. This is why I'm saying it's pretty simple. You're going to want to just do a little gingerly painting around the legs. But even that we can cover up in a bit. What are you guys up to today? How is everything going? Let me know, did you take advantage of that special sale going on right now? If you placed an order from the VIP group, from our special that we do on Tuesdays, everything's shipped and ready to go. So I got everything shipped. If you have an order on my Etsy site, it is going out tomorrow. Everything is cut and shipped, and I am current. Yes, for you it's 9:45. For me, it is Central Time. So it's only, I say only, but I'm usually in bed by 9 o'clock. And this is what happens when, you know, my husband is not here. He is my... I told him, I said, when you're not here, I don't remember to eat lunch. When you're not here, I get all thrown off. Okay? And so I just changed it up, because why not? I like to try to run, as you guys can see, I'm in some running clothes. I'm going to say, use the term run loosely. I was super slow. And I didn't go very far, but I did run. I did run. You know what? It was cold-ish and was super windy here in Texas. Super cold. Okay, super cold. It was in the 50s. For me, that is super cold. For you, it might not be super cold. For me, it is. But the wind was blowing it literally I think 20 to 40 miles an hour. I mean, it was really windy, super windy. And so it's the wind that kind of gets you. But anyway, by the afternoon, it was not that cold probably, but my brain thought it was that cold. So it took me a little bit to get up the gumption to go run. But I did it. I got it done. Had a nice long chat with my daughter, which was super awesome. And we talked wedding plans and, you know, life stuff. Since we're both teachers, we can, let's say, commiserate. Now, she has the hardest job I know. She teaches in an I don't know if the word is all-inclusive, self-contained special education class. And she's got a rough group this year. I don't know how she's not going to get burned out in 2 years, you guys, honestly. I mean, wow. The stuff I shouldn't ever complain in my whole life. How do you like this cold? Charlene, I do not like it at all, not even a little bit. Yeah, Jan, you are in where it's actually cold, but I'm a baby about it. Jen said it was 30 here. No, it was like 50 something here this morning. It wasn't that cold. It was cold enough for me. It was cold enough for me. It doesn't ever need to be colder than it was today. And it will be. And it's sad. And I said to everybody at work, I said, listen, I don't hear any of you complaining about this weather because all of you were hoping and complaining about the heat. And now here's your cold. And of course they were complaining. I'm like, I don't know why you're complaining. You knew it was coming. You wanted this nonsense. I'm happy in my shorts. Carol T. Studio said, my daughter is sped high school. She loves it. It's her 12th year. That's awesome. My daughter is, she's in elementary school, a self-contained elementary school class. And there's 2 groups. My understanding is there's 2 classrooms like that. And she is the younger, so she has like the kindergartners. Kindergarten first, maybe second and third. And then the other room has the little bit older through 5th or 6th grade or something. That's how they broke it up. The other classroom teacher prefers them a little bit older anyway. And she likes the younger group. So that's the deal. I'm using marmalade on the legs, in case you're wondering. What color? This is chalk paste I'm using to paint with. And if you type the word geese, it's going to give you all my chalk products. But then I believe toward the bottom of that link, it'll also give you the link to my Etsy site for these cutouts. Hi, Cindy. I'm cold. No, I'm doing okay. It is a couple days before Halloween, and I'm a teacher, so it's insanity. Some of my children my class is amazing, and gosh, you guys, this last 5 days or so of school, they can't concentrate, they can't get stuff done. But, it's coming up to Halloween, so that's why. In Texas, but you still live. Yeah, but Charlene, I lived in Michigan 15 years ago, which is a long time. And then also, I didn't like the cold when I lived in Michigan. And and I still don't like it. Like, I never liked it. Never. Maybe when I was a kid, maybe. Oh no, 4 cavities. What did they tell her? Don't eat sticky, what is it? Don't eat the sticky, like the gummies and that kind of thing. All right, so I'm using candy apple. Everybody says you're from Michigan, you should love the cold. No. The answer is no. No, I don't. Never did, was never used to it, never liked it. Okay, what's different in Texas is the wind. In Michigan, if it was 50, it was 50. In, there wasn't huge temperature swings like there are here. And sometimes it was windy, but not like here in Texas. Texas, Jay says it's like part of the plains. And we just get tons of wind. So when it's 50, the wind is blowing at 40 miles an hour or 20 miles an hour. It feels colder. So that is the deal. Now, when you're painting this, again, we're going to put the little puffs on here, whatever it's called. Jan, what's it called? This little fluff here around the hat. Anyway, you can just paint right into it because you're going to cover that up. Okay, you don't even have to worry about staying in the lines, which is awesome about this little setup here. I have my Halloween porch geese in my classroom right now, all set up. So I got these red. There's a couple more things I need to paint, so we're just gonna give these a little slide. Now let me decide. So these are the clothes. We have 3 things that are gonna go on our porch geese, okay? This is gonna be brown, it's not gonna be red. So we're going to, just because someone is from the state that gets cold weather doesn't mean they like it. Exactly, Jan. Hi, Brenda. Exactly. I've never liked it. It always took me forever to get warm. Forever to get warm. Okay, we're going to paint these 2 parts red. Now this, you got to be a little careful. There is a scored line here, but you could paint the whole thing red. Just the way I'm doing it, you have to be a little careful. Yeah, I never liked it. We had like a gas, I've talked about this before, but in our house we used to live in Commerce, Michigan. That's where we lived right before we moved here. I grew up in Ferndale, went to Hazel Park Schools. If you guys know Michigan, you may know these places. But anyhow, in the last place we lived in Commerce, we had like a freestanding gas stove. So anytime we came in during the winter, not the fall, like I could handle the 40s. I don't love it, but I could handle it. Because I'd work in the yard. You guys know me, I'm super active. So I would work in the yard and do the leaves while the kids would play and all the things. Or I'd have a fire outside. So it was all good. But in the winter, I would come in, go straight to the gas stove and turn it on. And just stand there until I got warm. I just could never, ever get warm. Hi, Sissy. You don't like the heat. Oh, you grew up in New Orleans and you hate the heat. She drinks, it's a lot of sugar. That's why. I see. She likes a lot of, that's why. It's the sugar drinks. Okay, and then I'm going to paint the majority of the sweater in red also. We're going to do the trim in another color. So I'm going to just, you could tape it off. I'm not. It'll be fine like this. I'm not that worried about it. I'm just painting straight from the paste jar. And that is going to give us pretty good coverage with one coat. Okay. So I'm going to do that all the way to the cuffs. This is going to be cute, you guys. I think super cute. All right. Anyway, so yes, so Caitlin and I were discussing. I told her I would do the save the date for her wedding because the young kids now, the young ones, they want to do everything electronically. And I said I want to do a hard copy save the date. I said for us old people, we want a hard copy. I don't want an email. So I was just talking to her about like what information we should have on it. If you guys have done a save the date before, if there's a spot for like, written words. So ChatGPT said like things like your wedding website or wedding hashtags or travel information or whatever, but I can't believe you have another cold. Wait, I don't have a cold. What do you mean? I don't have a cold. Did I say I have a cold? Yes, it is past my bedtime. Cindy, actually, officially, not yet. It's not past my bedtime yet, but I will tell you, my my phone tells me I usually watch a show in bed on my phone to wind down, and at 10:30 it says in 15 minutes it's your bedtime. So technically I'm not past that. It's only 9 o'clock here, but I'm usually in the bathtub right now winding down for the night. Oh, I think it's Janet. I don't have a cold. I wondered why you were saying that. I do not have a cold. But in Texas, this is another thing about all the wind. The allergies in Texas are ridiculous. And for me, my allergies are worse in the spring in Texas. But when it's super windy like it was today, this is what happens. I'm sorry, Cindy. I promise this isn't going to be long. You can make it let me see, I'm going to look at what we got to do left. 20 minutes or less? Now, I'm usually wrong though, Cindy, so if you got to bail and catch the replay, I totally get it. I went out of order with you guys today. Normally, I post a reel in the evening and I go live in the afternoon, and I did it backwards today. But I got all my shipping done and everything done, and I wasn't going to go live at all. A lot of times, you guys, I take Wednesdays off. And I catch up on laundry, and I pay bills, which is probably something I should have done today, but I guess I'm doing tomorrow. But I wanted to go live with you. Today, you have the last few hours to get your free markers. And as I suggested, any purchase on my chalk site, you will get those free markers. Which means go buy yourself a paste single. Shh, I didn't say that. Go buy yourself a paste single and get some free markers. That's what I'm saying. Okay, I think this is going to be good. So we're just going to need to paint a couple more things and we'll be ready to go. So let me get a skinny brush and this brush. Okay, a couple more things, you guys. All right, we're going to paint the antlers. We're going to paint these brown. We're using bark. You could use espresso, whatever works for you. Hi, Cheryl. How have you been, Cheryl? Hope you've been doing really good. I honestly spent most of my afternoon on the phone with Caitlin. We talked a really long time, which was nice. I actually didn't tell Caitlin this, but I told Joe this. Joe is in Spain, you guys. He's flown the coop. He didn't fly the coop, but he is visiting his girlfriend who is in France, but for some reason I saw he was in Barcelona. I maybe need to get a skinnier brush. Anyway, they've been apart for like 2 months, so he is going to be there like a month. He'll be recruiting and stuff for work, but then seeing her too. And he sent me the cutest picture of the two of them. But anyhow, in general, it's hard because both of my children live in a time zone that is earlier than it is for me. And really, my children should live where it's later because they're night owls. So it's hard for me to get a chance to talk to Caitlin after school because it's late. Like by the time then we're eating dinner, and sometimes we eat dinner and just talk to Caitlin on the phone at the same time. It's just hard with our schedules. That's all I'm really trying to say. They should live in the later time zone, and we should live in the earlier time zone. It would work out perfect. It would be better. Okay, so I painted the whatever this is called that holds the bells in bark, and then we're going to paint the bells in nominee. And that is going to look super cute. We're going to make our bells gold. And those are cut, so you're not going to worry about covering up the little X mark. You could paint right over it. Should actually turn this. Cindy, I said 20 minutes, and now I'm thinking, will I be done in 20 minutes? Maybe. Ooh, these are turning out cute. I will hold it up in just a second. This is adorable. I have had these for maybe a month, and I just haven't been able to craft with you with these guys. They're on my Etsy site, ready to go. But it's hard to tell until you do them how stinking cute they are. Okay, I'm thinking I'm gonna, well, this was black. All right, we're gonna paint this little bow in black, and I think everything else is good. Black chalk paste this little bow. You will need to either use a black paintbrush or a marker to do the eyes on the geese, okay? All right, all our pieces are painted. Our white is even great, so I'm good. Good to go. All right, let's get this all put away. We're going to get out these two pieces because we are going to do some chalking on them. Okay. Oh, I said I would hold these up and then I did not. I'm going to hold them up for YouTube. I am live on YouTube and Facebook at the same time, you guys, and it's working out beautifully. Just like that. All right, how cute are those? Hit the heart button for me. Let me just make sure these are totally dry. Okay, these are dry. So what you want to do now is sand and wax them. Thank you for the hearts. You guys are amazing. 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 This is just smoothing out the paint, okay? Thank you. You guys are so good. Those hearts help me so much. Okay, now this part, totally optional. You can use any transfer, any pattern you like. I'm just picking what I like, okay? So I've got 2 transfers. They're in the cart link. If you type the word geese, these will be in there also. So the first one we're going to use is this one. I actually did just a reel with this the other day. It's called Enchanted Forest. This is one of Tiffany Thiessen's transfers. It's reusable. It's a silk screen. You guys know all the things, okay? And the other one we're going to use, we might as well fuzz it, is called Chillin'. And it's got this cute penguin on it. Okay, we're going to use both of these tonight. And I'm going to put this away. And I might have just enough chalk paste in this one to do it. We got to wax these. This is going to protect our paint that we put down. Okay, so ooh, that's a lot of paint. A lot of wax. You don't want a lot of wax. You want your surface to just feel slippery, not sticky. Are you saying wax? Yeah, I got it. Thanks for reminding me, but I've got it. I was just getting the transfers ready here. Okay. So we're doing two things to protect our paint from being pulled up. We're putting the wax down, and I'm putting some lint on the back of my transfers, okay? On the sticky part. I was supposed to have a great niece. There still hasn't come? Oh my goodness. Is this her first baby or not? So I'm going to take the trees and go, oh, you know what would be cute? Never mind. I'm going to do it this way. I was going to make stripes and do this whole thing, but this will be adorable. Hang on. I'm going to use this end where the trees are short. You guys, this is going to be so cute. I think, if I do say so myself, this is going to be adorable. Okay, we're going to take our bright white. I changed my mind, but this is going to be so cute. It's going to be way better than what I was originally going to do. Hang on, I've got like a giant fuzz here. It may cause my transfer to bleed, and we don't need that. Okay, so get your air bubbles out. This is going to be fun. Oh, they're first. So yeah, that one's hanging on for dear life, huh? Okay, so I am going to chalk this whole thing in bright white. And this is going to be his ugly Christmas sweater. Which is not how I was going to initially do it. But I think this is going to be better. So you just take your paste, press it in the silk screen, and then lift. Look at how cute. You guys, this is so cute. Hit that heart button for me. Wow, that is adorable. All right, if I do say so myself. Isn't that perfect? All right, on this, we're going to use the other transfer. I think that's so cute. You guys, you got to think it's cute. Enjoy it with me. Okay, so for this, on the red part, I'm going to use this side of the snow. Okay, I don't know if that was clear, but what I mean is there's snowflakes on this side of the penguin. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for having some joy with me as I was having joy with that little sweater. Okay, so then this one is going to be like this. So we're going to use the one side here. Thank you, Sissy. Thank you for enjoying it as much as I did. And this one, they're going to be different. This one is going to go like that. So this one's just going to have little tiny snowflakes. On the cape. How cute! All right, this is bringing me joy. I'm not going to sleep till probably 11 o'clock tonight. This is another reason why I usually don't go live this late. Thank you, Cheryl. Because my energy goes really high, and then it's hard for me to wind down after this live, you guys. Oh, goodness. This is why I love chalking. I hope you love it as much as I love it, because I loved crafting before I found chalk, but my handwriting is terrible, and my designs, you know, like to do my own designs like this, I could never do this. But I feel like chalk has made it possible for me to make things cute. This is why I love it so much. Okay. Now, oh, that's already off. Okay, we're going to give our glue a minute. We're going to get all our pieces off and start gluing them on to our geese. Okay? Oh, I stuck that right too. And we'll do the eyes last. I think that will be the best idea. Okay, and we got our little stand. I don't know why I'm doing this with one hand. Get this out of the way. Way cute. Really like the sweater and the cape. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Janet. Okay, now we just got to play with it and see which one fits on which one. There are score lines on here, so I feel like this one really should be here. No, that's too small. There are score lines on here, so once it lines up, you'll know. When you know, you know. And you see what I mean, where we're covering up those lines, so it doesn't matter if you paint over it. Same for the beaks. I just want to make sure I have the right ones in the right spot before I go through and start gluing. The palms don't matter. You just put the one where you want them. Okay, so I am going to glue the hat, this part, the fluff first. And the little puff. You don't need a ton of glue. I use Gorilla Wood glue. That's what I recommend anyway. It's going to go right over the front. Now let me get that in the right spot. And then this one is barely going to be hanging on, so I might have to... Not sure how I'm going to do that. Oh, that'll stay. Okay, good. All right, so Now, let me see. The goose with arms gets the sweater. The goose without arms gets the cape. And before I glue the noses on, I'm going to color in the eyes. And I'm just going to use a regular Sharpie. You could use paint if you want. But my Sharpie paint marker is empty. So I'm just going to use this regular Sharpie marker. And I would definitely say do it before you glue the nose on. So you have room to make your circle. You could do it even, before you do the hat. Okay. Then glue your noses on, your beaks, I should say. Yeah, I've been wanting to do this for over a month. Or at least a month, probably. So thank you for hanging out with me while we do it. All right. Then this guy is going to get, he's a reindeer. So he's getting this. He's getting the bells. That's pretty, this is a pretty simple kit, honestly. So I'm just going to take the glue and go around the outside edge of the cape. Or outside edge of the goose, rather. Let me see, this should be right about there. And we're going to put the sweater on. Oh, I shouldn't have put the glue that far down. We're going to clean up that glue that I just got everywhere because the Gorilla Wood Glue Ultimate, it kind of, if you put a little too much, it does kind of stain a little bit, but the original is a lot better. So I would recommend you using the original is what I recommend. Okay, all of that is good. And I think what I want to do is I'm just going to take some tacky glue. Originally, I was thinking we would use some, what's the word? What did I say we were going to use earlier? Sea spray. But now I'm thinking I'm just going to take some tacky glue and go around this. You could do hot glue if you want, or Mod Podge or whatever. But tacky glue is what I've got sitting here, so this is why I'm using it. Mod Podge would work also, but I don't know. This is what I reach for. And we're going to get our snow out and put the snow down. What do you think of that? This is going to probably get everywhere, but here, should we make our lives easier? Let's make my life easier. So I just put it all over, and then, of course, we want to make sure that the holes are visible. Okay, but now it's snow. How cute. Now each stand goes specifically with each one, so we're just going to have to play around with which stand goes with which goose. But how fun is this? You guys, I think this is super fun. Okay. Make sure you close it. I get my snow on Amazon. You get it wherever you get it. Okay, do you think these are good enough to stand up? Let me try. I should have maybe played with it to see which one was which first. Nope. Okay, this one goes here. Isn't that cute? You guys, hit the heart button for me. Say you love it. He is adorable. Okay, this is my favorite with this little sweater. Okay, is this the right one? Yeah, this one goes here. Here's this guy, his little his little snowbird. Okay, and then hopefully this one will just go right in there. I think these are so fun, and the Halloween ones are still on my Etsy site if you love these. You guys, I think it's so cute. Maybe this one goes with that one. Hold, please. Hang on, I might have had this one in the wrong one. It kind of matters. And I know they all fit before I started. Sometimes if you have a little too much paint on your ends, there's no play to it. Hang on, let me just see. Let me see if this one's the one that goes in here. Okay, that goes in there, no problem. I may have to sand off my feet. Hang on. I put, I think, too much paint right here, so let me just get that off. Hold, please. We'll get this off and sand it standing up. You really don't want to put paint where the feet go in, because sometimes they fit real snug. Here, I'm going to do the back. And just a little bit of paint or a little bit of whatever will make it not work. Now tell me that's going to go in there. This one fits tight. All right, the other ones are a little more loose, but what do you guys think? Aren't they so cute? All right, I'm going to try to hold these up. On YouTube, you guys can see them perfectly. Let me see if I can hold them up, all three. Try to do it without me. How can I do this? How about like this? You guys, how cute! All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Whoever sent me stars, thank you so much. I do appreciate you. I hope you have an awesome, awesome night. Type the word geese. Check your messages. Aren't they so cute? You guys, these bring me so much joy. And the thing is, I could cut these super big. Like, why should I cut one of these? You can tell me in the comments. Should I cut one of these big enough to go on my porch? Wouldn't that be so cute? This guy with the, I pushed the glue wasn't quite ready on the, there we go. Should I do this guy? 3 feet tall? Wouldn't it be so cute? I just might. I totally might. Totally might. All right, guys. Have a great night. I gotta get to bed. We'll see you soon. Don't forget last few hours to get your free markers, so go do that. Bye, everyone. What do you guys think on YouTube? I think it turned out so cute. I didn't see any comments. So maybe there were none. But you guys, adorable. Have a great night. Bye, everybody.